Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on these NZXT Phantom 820 full tower computer cases in gunmetal gray, black, and white. I'll be going over the gunmetal gray version. This case is made of steel with some plastic. It measures 9.3 inches wide, 25.6 inches tall, and 24.1 inches deep. Over here at the top right corner, we do have an LED lighting strip. We also have a lighting strip that goes from here all the way down. Now, it comes with a magnetic door. Inside, we have your 4 5¼ inch drive bays. It's easily removable. I mean, the bay covers just pops out just like this. And up at the top, we have your LED mode button and IO LED. You'll be able to toggle through the different modes as well as turn off the LEDs completely. And over here is a huge hue change dial that will change the color of the LEDs, and an SD card reader, always nice to have. Now below that we have some mesh grill for ventilation and a pre-installed 200mm intake fan. There's also a removable dust filter, very easily. Just click and pretty awesome, right? Over here we have a pedestal beneath the case to increase your airflow. And on this side, we do have a window so you can see into your internal components and a popped out mesh grill for ventilation as well as a pre-installed 200mm intake side fan. On the back, we have a pre-installed 140mm fan, but there are mounting points for a 120 as well, and it's designed in such a way that you can adjust the fan according to your preferences if you run into clearance issues or you just want to cool at a higher area or whatnot. And over here is your input-output shield for your motherboard, and an LED that illuminates your IO shield as well as your expansion slots. And over here we have 9 expansion slots, and as well as some rubber grommets to thread your cables through, as well as your water cooling tubes, and a bottom power supply mount. Ooh, and guess what? Another removable dust filter. And finally, on this side, we do have a popped out side panel, so you get some more cable routing space. I believe you do get 34mm from inside all the way to the popped out side. At the top of the case, we have some more mesh grill and ventilation holes for good airflow. They've also included a 200mm fan here for you. However, there are mounting points for either 2 200mm or 3 120mm or 2 140mm fans, depending on what you would prefer. And over here we have plenty of USB ports. NZXT has not skimped on that. We do have 4 USB 2.0 and 2 USB 3.0 ports. Over here is your hard drive indicator light. And here we have your power button, your reset, and this very interesting quad channel fan controller, 15-watt fan controller. And I'll just go over the buttons briefly. This S is to select between the fans inside your case, and this is to increase the fan speed and decrease the fan speed. And here is an LED strip indicating which fan you are currently on. R is for rear, IS stands for internal or side fans, T is for top obviously, and R is, wait, is that R? No, that's F, that's for front fans. Okay, and if you press and hold the S button down for 3 seconds, you'll be able to control all the fans. So next to that, we have your headphone and microphone jacks. Now, let's move on over to the bottom of the case. We have some raised feet here in this pedestal, so you get some better airflow, as well as rubberized feet down here to reduce vibration. We have plenty of ventilation holes and airflow here for where your power supply sits, as well as mounting points for either 2 120s or 2 140mm fans. I'm going to remove the right side panel by taking off these 2 screws first, and then just pushing this screw down to remove the side panel. This is quite heavy and I'm quite a small person, so yes. Well, inside they've included for you this sleeved 8-pin CPU power extension cable. Since this is a tall case, you might not have enough cabling that runs from your PSU. So here we have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a lot of rubber grommets to thread your cables through, and of course tie down points to manage all those cables. Now over here on this side, we do have your 6 3.5-inch drive mounts. Just take one out real quick to show you. There are also mounting points for a 2.5-inch drive for all of them. And one last thing is that they've bundled all these cables here for you. All the fans in the case are already plugged into the fan controller, and they are nicely labeled. R for rear, and then we have your top as well as front fans, and that about covers it for this area. Before we take a look inside, here is a look at your 200mm side fan with its 3-pin connector. Now then, inside the case, well actually first I want to go over the case motherboard compatibility. It's compatible with mini ITX, micro ATX, ATX, I believe XL ATX, and eATX motherboards. And they've included some standoffs on there for you as well. Here is a look at your 140mm exhaust fan. And let me go ahead and tilt this case so you can see the 200mm top fan. And oh gosh, okay, please don't fall. Okay, over here, as you can see the mounting points for the triple rad that I talked about earlier, and this is your case LED lighting strip. I believe that's it for the top, and let me tilt it this way now. We have some raised feet with some rubber padding for where your power supply sits to reduce vibration as well as increase airflow. And over here we do have some cables. This is your Molex plug that powers your fan controller. And we have plenty of headers here in case you wish to plug in additional fans to cool your case. Let me just open up this little baggie here for the front panel connectors. So here is your 20-pin USB 3.0 header. And okay, let me get the big plugs first. This one is your SATA power that powers the LED lighting effects in your case. I believe we have, what is this, 3 USB 2.0 connectors. Yep, these 3 right here. And what else? Oh, some more fan headers in here for your internal fans. Your hard drive LED, the rest of your reset, power, and this is your audio connector. That should cover all of them. Now on the right side of the case, we have your 4 5.25-inch drive bays. It is a toolless design, and below that your drive mounts, which I showed you on the other side of the case earlier. The bottom hard drive cage is completely removable very easily too by pressing these 2 tabs here if you wish to have more airflow. And this case does have a graphics card clearance of, I believe, 333 millimeters, which is basically 13.1 inches. And is that everything? Oh yeah, also you can take off the screws here, remove this piece if you want to install a bottom 240mm or 280mm radiator. Oh, and one quick thing I did forget to mention is this pivot fan mount right here. You just loosen or tighten the screws to adjust it, so you get directional airflow to whichever direction you would like. These are the accessories included in the box. We have your user manual, always handy to have around, and inside this accessories box, which is very cool, but be careful when opening it because all of your wonderful, awesome screws are compartmentalized. It also comes with some cable ties as well as some rubber pads. Oh, of course, one last thing is this little pamphlet here telling you about all the other awesome products that NZXT has to offer, so you should go ahead and buy it. Here's a demo of the fan controller. I have the Molex plugged in, which controls the LEDs as well as the fans. So pressing the select button, I'll toggle through the different fans, such as the rear, the internal side, top, and the front. And if I press and hold this for 3 seconds, or a couple seconds, whatever. Then it will all turn on, and you can you can turn off the fans altogether or just lower the speed, and as you can tell, the LEDs also dim when you decrease the speed. Here's a look at the case LEDs. We have your aisle panel, turn it on or off, let's just leave it on, and we have the case lighting. There's 3 different modes. There's this one and the second mode, which turns both the internal LED as well as this strip here on, and of course all of it, both of them on and then completely off. So let's just have them all on. Now here is the hue change, which is really awesome. Changes colors from, I think that's pinkish, greenish. Hold on, let's keep going. Oh, there's red, and I believe there's a blue in there too. There we go. Ooh, very cool. Here's a quick 360 of the black case. It has a matte black finish to it as opposed to the gunmetal grade and the white, which I will show you in just a second. I mean the white one. And now for a look at the white version. It has a more glossy finish to it. So let's take her for a spin. That wraps up our overview on these NZXT Phantom 820 full tower computer cases, which are all pretty much bigger than me. Anyway, I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.